Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we've got the May fusion kind of like finalizing here with Wixwell, the Vault Keeper, and we need to decide what we're going to do for his passive. So this is kind of like the final choice to decide, you know, how's this fusion going to shape up. I will say I think this is one of the best things that Raid's done since I've played the game in terms of community interaction, and I hope they do stuff like this in the future. I think it's actually very cool. I do also have a giveaway, so if you get involved and vote in this thing, I'll share it with you in a second, then 5 people from my community can get some prizes. Let me just read out what it is here. So 5 people will get 300 energy, a rank 5 chicken, some multi-battles, and XP boost. What I'll need you to do is put your Raid UM number in the comments down below to be in the chance of that. And I've actually got another giveaway to do at the same time, so I'll do it all from the same comments. I also get to give away about 5,000 gems in total, spread around 10 people. So 5 lots of 540 gems and 5 lots of 540 gems with an epic book and a void shard. So I will pick all of those winners at random from comments in this video. Okay, so make sure that when you comment, you do post what you're going to go for in terms of Wixwell's skill, is passive, but also make sure you come into your Raid screen here, hit copy ID, and then paste that on your same comment. Okay, or if you're not able to do that, literally just write this number out with the right spacing and stuff so that I can add you in the mix. But anyway, let's take a look here at Wixwell, what's going on, and see what we've got so far. So far we have got basically full defense focus, which probably isn't too much of a surprise, honestly. Although the A1 could have done, I think we could have done some interesting stuff with a different A1, but still, it doesn't surprise me too much. The intercept on the A3 is just brand new, firstly, and interesting. Increased defense and a shield buff as well, kind of like Brogni style, but with a different focus to it. I like it. And then we've also got the shield growing A2, which, you know, as I said in my video when I spoke about this one, I mean, the fact that we've only got one other champion that does it well in the game with Brogni, bringing a second one in is just interesting, because now you can start to get some interesting team synergy. And the fact that he also extends duration of buffs with the same skill makes it kind of nuts. And he puts decreased attack out there for an AoE as well. So I think this combo was just like locked in. As soon as we'd chosen the A3, the combo was pretty much locked in. And people were already saying to me, are you going to do some new kind of like clan boss teams with Wixwell when he comes through, you know, looking at this kind of buff extender comps? I say I will, because yeah, of course I will. Super awesome. I still feel like you might need Brogni in the team, or certainly Brogni will help the team a lot, because Brogni's bringing that block debuffs that you can extend, and you definitely need that in your team to make this solid. Or could you just tank the stun? I guess you could just take stuns, but it's not ideal. So Brogni alongside Wixwell could end up being like insane. The other thing to call out though is, you know, Cadaver is not the man he was because of his nerf. So those teams no longer go into like the billions of damage, but those teams will give you good options of 1 keys. And that's, I think, the main thing I'm going to focus on is, you know, what do you need to do to get a 1 key Ultra Nightmare team using this type of skill set? And they're still fun, they're still accessible. You know, there was mainly rares in the mix, or there was definitely rares in the mix before, but I'm just wondering if it's that great without Brogni still. Anyway, let's see what we pick then for his A1. So his A1's an AoE. Is that right? No, it's not right. His A1's a double hitter. Oh yeah, with a chance to provoke. So each hit, 40% chance of placing provoke. If it's a boss though, it's an 80%. Clearly people are picking this A1. I think because people are focused in on defense focus, but ultimately this then becomes a good Hydra skill. So now we've got shields, increased defense, shield extension, decrease attack AoE, and provoke all in one champion, which will be a great Hydra champ as well as a normal CB champ. So I think this is a good choice. This is a great choice. So double hitter, probably going to book to 100% chance of placing a provoke with each hit against, you know, like the Head of Decay. Do we actually know his affinity yet? I don't think we do. I don't think we know his affinity, which may be bad when it comes to the Head of Decay. Who knows? But anyway, let's throw in my ID here. So we've got here, and don't get focused in on just has to be defense focused. Like, we can still choose any of these, right? We can choose any of these right now as a passive. So let's just think about it for a second before you pick. So damage focus prevents this champion's death and keeps them alive on 1 HP when hit with a fatal hit, then counterattacks. All of that sounds good. If the counterattack kills the attacker, fully heals this champion. I mean, he's not a PvP champion in the way we've got him built. So this is a PvP skill. Like, generally, you're thinking Hydra clan boss type of setups. Maybe some other bosses as well, but this isn't going to kill bosses or give you any relevance on bosses. So that is a cool PvE wave-based skill. It's not really a cool boss skill. So that's probably out. At the start of each round, places counterattack on this champion for 1 turn. This cannot be removed. So the start of a round is like the first go on clan boss, but then it also is at the end of this champion's turn puts counterattack on them as well. So he's basically always going to have counterattack up, which just means that he's constantly doing double hits with his A1. It's a solid, the defense focus is solid again. Always having counterattack up. Think about Hydra. It means he's going to have 1 more buff than everyone else, which means that if you build him with resistance, he could be the kind of like head of mischief tank. It's just solid. It's a solid skill, to be fair. Support focused. Allies deal 5% more damage for each poison debuff on the target, up to 30%. Damn. That is actually very cool. Like, if you're thinking this guy's a clan boss champion for you, then you could be getting up to 30% more damage for your team with the support focus, which I think is actually better than this. The only problem with this one is really, if you're thinking he's a Hydra champ, poisons generally don't go on Hydra enemies. I think there's only a couple of heads that actually take poison, or maybe it's like half the heads that take poison. So that lets it down a bit. But this is like bad L buff level damage increase and some. It would actually be the highest just straight buff for your team worth of damage. You'd have to have 6 poisons on enemies. I actually like this a lot. I like this a lot. I'm just thinking about where he's going to fight. Mainly, do you get more benefit from this in clan boss? Well, not really, apart from hits. I think maybe you get more benefit from this. I'm going support focus. I actually think that's I think situational, but I think you can create that situation in quite a lot of spots to just make your team do more damage. It enables him to be relevant in other areas of the game as well. This is very cool, though. The counterattack always being up. But the counterattack with the chance to provoke, don't know. Always having counterattack up. He's only provoking 1 enemy. I think I like this. I'm going to go support focus for mine. But I'm in the minority. Only 14% of people are thinking that's a good way to go at the moment. Plenty of time to go yet, but at the moment, only 14%. 67 are going with the counterattack. Is it just because, like, all the rest of them are green, therefore I feel like I should pick green? Are people thinking about it? I don't know. I don't know if people are thinking about it. Does it tell us how many votes? Don't know. Let me know, like, if you think I'm totally wrong with this, by the way, write down below why this. Why the counterattack over the chance to give your allies to have 30% more damage. I'd love to know that. I get why this one may not be picked, because it's more of a PvP still, and we're not really doing a PvP build here, but I actually think this one is low-key OP. Anyway, pick what you want. Let me know what you're doing, and don't forget to put your number down below if you want to be in with the chance of winning some juicy prizes. I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you soon.